Okay, in this video we're going to look at a rebase and why it's important, as well as what the steps are and kind of an illustration of what it does. So right now we have two branches and we are currently in our feature branch. So if we were to take a look at the status of this feature branch, we'll see that so far we're running off of a master branch that last was updated yesterday on the 4th. And since then, we have made a few changes. So these are 3 commits that simply added new files to this feature branch. And so we can see that we have our master, which everyone else can see from the server. And then we have on top of that our feature, which is local to us. We're the only ones who can see this on our local machine. So since this was last updated yesterday on the 4th, we want to make sure that our code is going to still work even if people are pushing or merging code on our master branch. So to do that, what we're going to do is we're going to do this in a few steps here to better illustrate what's going on when we do a rebase. And you'll find that there are some shorter ways to do this, but I think it's important that we break out the steps so that you really get a conceptual understanding of what happens here. So we have our branches. So let's go to our master branch because that's where changes are happening, and we need to check to see what changes have happened and update based on those. So we can see here that it gives us this message: your branch is behind origin master by 4 commits and can be fast forwarded. So that means 4 people have changed, or sorry, 4 commits have been added to the master branch since we last checked it against our feature branch. So right now, our master branch has this as our head locally. So we need to just make sure this is updated with what's on the server. So what we can do is we'll do a git pull, and git pull by default will pull from the branch that you're on here, which is master. That's how we have it set up. Okay, so we can see that there are some Java files coming through here, and let's take a look at what we have. So you'll remember that this was previously our head, as we can see here. And these are the 4 new commits that have come through since we last checked this branch for updates. Okay, so this is all good. So it looks like we got the updates through here. But if we were to go back to our feature branch, we can see that we still are only at this point here from yesterday. So what we want to do is we want to perform the rebase command. And what the rebase command does, as we'll see in a minute here, is it basically takes the tip top that we previously had, which is right here. This is what used to be the latest change from master, and it adds these new commits on top of that, and then keeps our feature commits on top of that, so that we always have this idea that our master is our base, and everything that we change is a change to what is the latest on master. So all we have to do here is type rebase master. And so we can see that there are these commits that are processing. Now what we can see is we still have our feature branch on the top as it was before. These 3 commits are still on the very top, the latest changes locally. But the 4 commits that have come down from the server are now added as our base on top of what used to be the latest on master branch. So now we are up to date with changes on master. And so at this point, if there were merge conflicts or we went to go build our feature and something broke because of changes that have happened on master, we can change those now, and that avoids kind of the ugly zipper merge that a lot of times occurs if a rebase doesn't happen frequently. So it's kind of, we're just keeping up to date and making sure that changes are adaptable to what is happening on the server. So from here, we could simply do a Maven install and ideally run a build and test to make sure that things are running correctly. So that is rebasing.